about enough now, isn't it?
Well, you'd have 80 planes on the ship?
Huh?
You'd have 80 planes?
Yeah, I think it was 80.
Would they all go out at one time? Ever?
No, we would, if we're going on an operation, we wouldn't have any planes on the flight deck when we was taking planes off and landing, you know. But then they'd be down in the hangar deck, and we'd bring them up through the elevator.
Well, if they were going out on a mission, how many would go out at one time?
Oh, probably 40 or 50.
Would the first ones out just circle for
Yeah.
and wait for? How long would that take to get everybody up there?
Not too long. We could get them off pretty fast.
Hour?
Oh no. No, it was, I can't tell you the exact time, but it seemed like it didn't take very long. I mean, it was just one plane, shh, and then the next plane. They wasn't catapulted off. They flew off.
Oh, they didn't have to be catapulted.
No,
Were they Corsairs?
they were
What kind?
F-6F, Corsair, fighter plane, and a TBF, torpedo plane, SBDs, and yeah, dive bombers, and SBD and SB-2Cs, dive bomber. The SBDs was the original dive bomber that we got aboard when we first went aboard ship. And then they came up with the SB-2C, and which was a better plane. And we did quit using the SBDs. Same way as the fighter plane. First fighters was F4F. And that was, it sounded like an old Model T up there, you know. And the Japs were knocking them down right and left. It wasn't that good a plane. And then we came up with the F6F, which was a faster and more maneuverable plane, and the F4U, which was a gull wing plane. And we started knocking the Japs down then with them. They were good planes. Jap Zeros, you know, they were canvas.
Really?
Yeah. The some Englishman came up with that plane, and he couldn't sell it to England. And I don't know whether he tried the U.S. or not, but finally a Japanese bought it. It was really a fast, maneuverable plane.
You said you were up in the radar tower once when you were under attack?
Oh yeah, I was up on repairing the radar.
That's right on the stack area, or?
Yeah, it's an island structure, and then the very up high off of that, about 200 foot off the water, the antennas were. And I was on a platform with a railing around. I was working on it. Takes a while to get up there, and I was working on it. All of a sudden, I hear the old gong going off the battle stations, and I figured, geez, by the time, you know, battles didn't last really long. You know, they attacked us, and then we'd knock them down, or they would take off and come back again. And I figured, geez, by the time I get down, it'll be over. So I stayed up there, and I'm leaning on this railing like this, you know, and watching this big plane coming in. It was a Jap torpedo plane. And I could see this sucker coming in, and water splashing up in front of them, you know, from the shrapnel and that. And they was close to the water, about 30 feet off. And I was thinking, geez, when are they gonna knock that sucker down? And he came in so low that I was higher than him. I could look down into the cockpit. I see him reach over and pull a lever, and his landing gears went down. He must have got excited or something, and we shot him down. He went up over the bow, and we shot him down the other side. That was towards the end of the war. And there's probably pilots that weren't that swift.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we knocked him down at the other side.
Hmm.
That was kind of scary. If I ever got hit by a fish then, I don't know whether that'd blow me off of there or not. I don't think so. That's a big ship to...
Had a bird's eye view, though, didn't you?
Huh?
You had a bird's eye view.
Yeah. I tell a lot of people that, and I know they don't believe me. But it happened.
Huh.
Yeah.
How close were you to Japan?
Well, we were right outside of Japan. Maybe 100 miles.
Mm-hmm.
They had occupational for to go, you know, on the end of the war.
Mm-hmm.
They would ask for volunteers to occupational to go over there and what I do, like SPs, shore patrol. It was volunteer, but I didn't volunteer. I figured I was about ready to come home, so. But there's a lot of stuff that happened that was really funny.
Like what?
I can't think of them right now, but a lot of different things.
Well, you bought a car over there, didn't you?
Oh yeah, that's right, yeah. When we first got over there, after the Shakedown cruise, we operated out of Pearl Harbor for about 2 or 3 months. You'd go 15 miles outside of Pearl and you're in enemy waters. And so we operated out of Pearl until we started taking islands out there. And we had a fleet anchorage out for float. And what was I saying?
Oh, you bought a car with some guys.
Oh yeah. So we'd go out in an operation and be out maybe 2 weeks or so and come back, take on ammunition and provisions, and we'd have liberty. And we did that for a couple of months, and I and 3 other guys decided to buy a car. So we bought this Model A Ford Touring, really a nice looking little car. And
For how much?
I think it was 50 or 75, I forget. It wasn't much. And nice, so it had 34 Ford wheels, so it dropped the body down. Anyways, we'd tool around on that island with that. And then when we'd come back off of Liberty, we'd park it in the ship's parking area by the ship. And go aboard ship, and we'd go out on an operation and then come back and do the same damn thing. This one time we parked it out by the ship, went aboard, and never went back. The car probably was there for quite a while. That was towards the beginning of the war.
Did your buddies want to borrow the car ever? Or?